Hey, what is up everybody? Zero Fats here coming at you on behalf of epicconversions.com. Today I want to talk to you guys about something called the Packard Effect. What is the Packard Effect? Man, the Packard Effect is just a term that I made up to describe this phenomenon that I found happening. But let me put that on pause and just give you a quick summary of what I want to teach you how to do today. I want to teach you how to get more conversions with your emails. I want to show you how to actually get more people to click on your offers and buy stuff from you, right? Because at the end of the day, we want to help people, but we have to make money. If you don't make money, you go back to work for someone else who does know how to make money. That's just the way it is. So you got to learn this stuff. Okay, so let me get back to my story. The Packard Effect. When I was sending out emails to people, I noticed that the more options I gave them, like the less conversions I got on all options. So like simply if I put like a link to an offer that I wanted people to check out, but then like in my signature of my email, I put like a link for them to join my Facebook group or to comment on my blog post or whatever. What I found was that would like lower my conversions for both of those links. My conversions would be loaded for everything, right? Another example, because email marketers, we like to get clever. We like to squeeze as much juice out of the email as possible. Thinking I'm being clever and being like, okay, so here's what I want you to do now. Step 1, go check out this product. Step 2, get over to my blog and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the product, right? Because now I'm squeezing serious juice out of my email. I'm getting them to go buy something or check something out, and I'm getting them to comment on my blog post or article. It's almost like a 2-for-1 deal, right? I'm getting 2 actions for 1 action. So 2 reactions for 1 action. That's the idea, right? However, what I found was that doesn't really work either, right? Here comes the Packard Effect at me again, right? Every time I try to send my people to more than one place or give them more than one choice, I lower conversion on all choices, right? So that was the Packard Effect. And it's really interesting. I started getting my mind blown by it, and I guess I was a little more than annoyed by it because it's not really what I wanted. I wanted people to go do this and go do this. I wanted to get the most efficiency out of my emails. So I started looking into it, and I started looking into choice and why people make choices, and what influences people's choices. And I started looking into choice architecture and all this stuff about choice, right? And I found a lot of studies and a lot of experiments, you guys. I'm not kidding you when I say that rabbit hole goes really deep. But for example, I'll give you one experiment that was done by a couple of guys, and they used jams, right? They used jellies, jars of jellies. They set up shop at a grocery store, and they had 2 sample tables, right? And on the one sample table, they had like 6 jars of jelly, 6 different flavors of jelly. And on the other sample table, they had 24 different flavors of jelly, right? Now, they invited people to come to the tables and taste test the jellies. They gave them dollar coupons for the jellies, $1 off coupons for the jellies, and then, sent them on their way. It was cool. Traditional sample table, right? So what they found was that initially, 60% of the people went for the table with more options, while only 40% went for the table with 6 jars of jelly. However, what they found was that across the board, it didn't matter which table the people went for. On average, they tested about 1.5 jars of jelly, and nobody tried more than 2 kinds of jelly. Nobody tried more than 2 kinds of jelly, whether they went for the table with 6 different flavors or they went for the table with 24 different flavors. Nobody tried more than 2 kinds of jelly, okay? Now, this experiment gets even deeper and even weirder and even more interesting, because the people who went to the table with only 6 jars of jelly, and you remember everybody got coupons so they could track everybody. They could track everybody's purchases after, because they got those little $1 off coupons. So the people who went to the table with 6 jars of jelly, those people, 30% of them ended up purchasing a jar of jelly. Interesting. The people who went to the table with 24 jars of jelly, only 3% of them purchased a jar of jelly. Now that is really interesting to me, man, because that implies that people who are presented with less options take more action. See what I'm saying? That's what that told me. And I did a lot of research, and I looked at a lot of studies, and I did a lot of time wasting, basically, I guess you could say, looking into this crap. And I'm not going to bore you with a bunch of research stories, but what I do want to say is the Packard Effect is what I call it. It's a real thing that happens to me. And what I find is that, if I present less options in emails, I get more conversion. That's the basic bottom line. So, for example, just because I feel like this is really important, and I want you to understand what I'm talking about, okay? And I'm not trying to confuse you with technicalities or statistics or whatever, and I'm not going to put up a bunch of fancy, diagrams to try to, explain it better. That's not my style. I want you to get this, all right? So check this out. Let's say we send an offer email out to our list, right? Okay? And in the signature, we have kind of a secondary offer. We're like, hey, hey, make sure you join my Facebook group where we talk about networking and strategy all the time. It's awesome. Check it out. Right? It's a secondary offer. So in our signature, we got a secondary offer. Okay? So we got offer and secondary offer. 1, 2 options. Okay, so when people open that email, let's say we got 1,000 people who open this email. It's got 2 options. Okay, well, it doesn't have 2 options, does it? Because that's 1, that's 2. Okay, they could go for the offer, right? Or let's say 300 people go for the offer. Okay, let's say 200 people go for the secondary offer. Well, okay, right? 300 people are annoyed that we sent them another sales offer. They didn't go for anything. Instead, they sent us a response back that was just a banger of a response cussing us out, right? Let's say 200 of those people go for both. They do both, right? We love those people. We need to segment them and put them on their own little list, because those are our special VIPs, man. They went for everything. That's awesome. So that's 4 variables right there. Just by putting that extra thing in our signature, we created 4 variables. We went from 1 option, or 2 options, you could say, really, because they could either click through or not click through. We doubled it. Just by adding 1 extra thing, we doubled the options. We doubled the variables. Now look, let's be honest. I'm simplifying this. There's actually a lot more variables. I could go on and on about different little variables that could be happening. But to keep this simple, just look at those 4. So the Packard Effect, states that, hey, look, man, the more options you give people, the less conversions you're going to have on each option, making your emails less effective, basically, right? Basically, what I'm telling you is you can't have your cake and eat it too. Not if you want to be really effective. Not if you want to be the most effective. Now, if you're okay with the trade-off, if you're okay with moving at a slower pace, and you're okay with the trade-off, and you really feel like that secondary thing is important, hey, cool. Ignore what I'm saying and go for it. Deal with the Packard Effect. However, if it's very important for you to convert, right, and you just want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward with this offer, pay attention to this. Because what happens is, if I eliminate the second offer, if I eliminate it, well, I also eliminate this option down here to go for both, right? I also eliminate that. I eliminate 2 of the 4 variables. And I already told you guys there's more variables than just those 4. I'm simplifying it. But the point is, you eliminate options, you eliminate variables, right? And less variables is good. Remember the jam experiment? The people who had less to choose from, they ended up purchasing, right? The people who had more to choose from, a lot less purchase. The difference between 30% and 3%, that's huge, right? Now we just cut 4 options down to 2 options. That is cut in half. That cuts the variables in half. And what that means is I increase my chances per lead on conversion. I hope that makes sense to you guys. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. I try to keep my videos not super complicated, and I do realize that this one might be getting a little bit complicated, but I want you to understand this stuff. This is the Packard effect. It will affect your conversion rates. It will affect how much money goes in your bank account, point blank. So that's the Packard effect, you know. If you really want to succeed with an offer email, I suggest only having all roads lead to one place. But me personally, I have emails that point at 2 things. I'll have like a primary offer, then I'll have like a secondary offer like to my stuff, my personal stuff. But I do that knowing it's going to affect conversion. As soon as I increase options, I affect conversions. They go down every single time. There's just no doubt about it. That's the Packard effect. Why do I call it that? Ed Packard was the guy who created Choose Your Own Adventure books back in like 1970 something. He was reading a bedtime story to his kids. He was telling a bedtime story to his kids, I think, and he didn't know what to say next. He was running out of ideas, and he was like, well, what do you guys think should happen next? Right? So then his kids started telling him what they wanted to happen next. So he kind of like grasped that and turned that into an idea, and he started writing a book, a Choose Your Own Adventure book. He got it published in 1975, and the rest is history. Choose Your Own Adventure book. That's why I call it the Packard effect. Kind of a funny little name, but the fact is, this is important, and it will affect your email marketing. Now, cool. I hope that helps. Use it, run with it, go make some money. However, on the 29th, I'm going to be coming out with a new product. It's called the Offer Kings. And it's 10 ways to reframe any affiliate offer to maximize profits, right? That is a product that's going to help you even more. It's an ebook, and it's going to help you even more to increase conversions on your emails, keep your list warm, and make more money, point blank. So that's coming out on the 29th. Hope everybody's doing awesome out there. That's all I got. Hope I didn't blow your minds too much with the Packard effect. Use it, man. Use it. That's all I can say. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you check out epicconversions.com. That's my blog. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Did you see that? I just gave you 2 options just now. Go check out my blog and subscribe to my channel. You know what that means? I just lowered my conversion on that whole thing. It is what it is, man. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.